Hello. This is Sammy J with Pixels and Kilowatts. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to joining me on our journey to 35mm. But anyways, we're gonna just dive in straight into it. When did I start with the 35mm? In the 80s, 90s. Started with Canon AE1. Again, let me know in the notes which one have you started, or are you starting right now? We'll try to zoom in on that specific product and do some reviews, etc. But anyway, this session is about the journey, and again, it's a journey. We're not gonna get done with one video. It's gonna take several videos, and I just started anyway, so we're gonna learn together and see how we can improve together, and what I'm learning from using 35mm film as a complement. I'm not replacing my Canon R5. We'll talk about that in a minute too. So how to do, we started, like I said, in the 80s, 90s with Canon AE1 35mm camera. Actually, later, close to later in the 90s, early 2000s, actually I went to a pawn shop and sold it for $75 with several lenses. Big mistake. Funny though, if you go to Amazon or eBay right now and you look for AE1, Canon AE1, or frankly any camera, any 35mm camera, Olympus, Pentax, they range between $75 to $150 range on eBay. Interesting though. Anyway, so why did I move from 35 to SLRs, single lens reflex? I went to Canon. I think my first camera was Canon 20D. It's like you're joining the crowd. It's like with iPhones, and you just want to keep upgrading, and it's better. It has autofocus and exposure compensation and other things. So just went with the crowd, start upgrading 20D, 30D, 40D, 50D, and it's just crazy how you just every year you keep going, changing and upgrading and improving, frankly, along the way. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. And then a few years back, 2022, 2023, went to mirrorless and Canon R5. Again, Canon R5 is an awesome camera. Again, I'm using 35 as a complement to this, but with Canon R5, I think like 20 per second. Look at this, look at the shutter. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's just amazing. And this is, JPEG plus RAW. So I did a lot of good work with Canon R5. I'll share some of that in the future videos, and how did this camera serve me very well. And sometimes lenses cost more than the camera itself. So now that's where I'm right now, is with the Canon R5. But this year, 2024, after actually watching similar videos to what I'm doing right now with other folks, frankly, those videos I watched, they were like 10 years, 7 years, or 4 years old. They were way old, and they're still on YouTube, thank God. I saw Pentax, I saw Olympus, and Canon, 35mm cameras. So I purchased three. I purchased the Olympus, and then Pentax, and the Canon one. Again, we'll cover those in separate videos, but right now I got film loaded in the other ones. This Olympus one, it's Olympus OM20. I don't have a film in it, but I'll do a full review on this one and how to load the film and work it up and take some pictures and share it with you. Again, this is a journey, so we're going to learn together and show you what we're doing here, and hopefully I inspire you to do the same, and put your comments in the down below, and let's learn together. And so why I'm doing this, again, after using the Canon R5 for a while, and it just like, you go on a trip, or You're just taking pictures, and you're taking hundreds of pictures, 50 a minimum. And like I said, you just turn it on, you know, put it on aperture priority, and then look at that. It's exciting, huh? Look at that. Let's just keep going. It's going. Hundreds of pictures. And then you go home and you spend hours sifting through that and take this, take that, and Photoshop. It's getting old. But frankly, after using this, guys, it's amazing. You just don't do clicking like that. You're gonna think, and just 3 basic things. You're gonna start thinking, composition, planning, and taking the picture. And believe me, that feeling is just amazing. You just gotta try it. I mean, let me open this up. Just you crank it, you put it on auto. There's auto here if you want, and it's all manual focus. Look at that sound. It just, you know. It's slow now because it's dark here in the room, but and on the back there's nothing you can look on the back. It's just 50mm lens, so you're using your legs, not a zoom camera, not a zoom lens, you know, 70 to 200, etc. So I saw myself actually walk into the subject, and even mundane subjects like a bench. You take a picture of a bench with this, okay, it's a bench. With this one here, especially if you put black and white film, you take it like a corner shot of the bench or the bench itself. It comes out differently than this one here. Even family pictures, they come out differently. The colors, the grain, it has sometimes like a yellowish, sometimes a greenish. Again, it's like I said, it's a journey. I'll share some pictures towards the end here, end of the video with you guys on this. But just holding this, it's a conversation piece, by the way. You go to a museum and you're taking pictures with this. Everybody's gonna hear that click, and they're gonna say, "What the heck is that?" It feels, it's a little heavier. I mean, it feels heavy. It's mechanical. I love it. This thing is amazing. And again, this is the Olympus OM20. This is a Japanese version. The American or US North America version is called OMG. That's what I learned again from watching videos like this one. Let me know your story. How are you starting with this, or are you already on this, or you're on Canon, Nikon, mirrorless, and you're thinking about this? I mean, I have a lot of years of experience in photography. Believe me, with this one here, coming back to this one, you're gonna learn a lot. It's gonna set you back from lizard brain. You heard that term before. It's like, boom, let's take pictures, and then nobody looks at them. They're on your phone, they're on your laptop, and hundreds of them. With this one, you're gonna think, and you're gonna print the darn pictures. So it's not like, okay, we're done with this, what do I do? You know, develop those. There's that anxious, you know, that moment waiting for the pictures to come back, and you're gonna print those. That's the beauty of this. It forces you to print the pictures. So you're gonna look at them and value every one, because you put a lot of effort, thinking, composition, and then you know, making every moment counts. Look at that, it's beautiful. I love it. Again, 50mm rounds lens, and you know, can do aperture priority. You can do it on auto if you want, but still the focus in manual. Again, we'll do full review on this. I mean, there's lots of them on YouTube. Frankly, you type in AE1, Pentax K1000. I mean, and there's a lot of great guys there. I learned a lot from them. So kudos for everyone that's actually doing this. There's few guys they will go A to Z, but I'll do quick, real life, you know, example from a user like me here in future videos. If you're interested, please subscribe and support me to continue this journey. Again, it's going to be a story, you know. It's not like some of the other videos, you know, what's to use in 2024, or can you buy this in 2025? There's no clickbait here. It's a guy like me that is talking about this and making you and getting inspired to go this route, or at least try it, and let's learn together. And people say, well, it's expensive. Okay, hold on a second. How much this one cost? An average camera now, a decent one, 700 plus. You know, R5 plus a couple of lenses is $5,000. You know, this camera is, you know, right now it's like 3,000 something. The lens, you can't buy a decent lens less than 400. So long story short, it's gonna cost you, the package is $5 grand. This one is $100, okay. You develop a film for $15. You buy the film for $10, so it's $25. Say you do this once a month for 10 months, that's $250. So $250 plus the camera, $100, that's $350. $350. I don't see where the expense. Again, but it's not money we're talking about here. It's the joy you're getting from this. It's the learning you're getting from this. You're using your legs instead of just focusing and jumping down there. Plus, you know, black and white. Sometimes, you know, if you want to use color, obviously you can do color with this. Again, I'll show you some examples. The grain and the experience. I mean, photography is an art. That's right. So this the experience you're getting from this. Again, you get some experience from this. It's like this one here, I call the roller coaster experience. You've been on a roller coaster, you get this boom, you know, you can turn. That's exciting, you know. You see, if you disagree with me, let me know. But look at that. Is it amazing? Now, how many pictures are you gonna look from this? I mean, who has time? Right now, it's like we're in a TikTok age. You know, 3 seconds attention span. I mean, picture. Let's go. But this one here. This is the. Let me sit down and think about, you know, age. It's like I'm gonna enjoy this moment. By the way, if you're in a family gathering and a lot of people there, I notice when I take this with me, I can't concentrate. I gotta go do this because, you know, with this you have to focus, composition, make sure the light, you know, and all that stuff. So this one here is like, you need peace and quiet. Take a picture. With this one here, if you have a lot of crowd and you just want you to take pictures, take this one here. Again, let me know your experience with this. How are you using your 35mm? Are you thinking of going to a 35mm? What's your experience? What would you like to know, to understand, to learn? Frankly, it's not hard. I mean, you know. Plus, great photographers use this. You know, Ansel Adams, all the great photographers that in the black and white era, you know, way back then, they didn't use this. They used these. All the great pictures, they came from something like this. So gear doesn't matter. Lenses, yeah, you want a good lens. It's you. It's you what matters. So I hope I inspire you in this video to continue this journey with me. And again, as I start using these, I will definitely, oh, I love it, share this my experience with you. Again, this is the Olympus OM20. I have the Pentax and the Canon. Those have film halfway through. Once I finish those, I'm gonna develop those and definitely share them with you. But again, you see how my other 2 cameras, they got film in them. I'm not just gonna take pictures just to get developed. I'm thinking about every step, which, you know, there is thought behind it. So when you print them, they're a keeper. I mean, you're creating a legacy here when you're printing pictures. Even with this, you need to be printing pictures. I mean, we take a lot of pictures on iPhones and Android, thousands of pictures. Who's looking at those? I mean, you share back and forth, but, you know, make an album once a year and print the pictures there. Okay, so hopefully I inspired you here. Looking forward for you guys to join me on my next video when I can show you some pictures, and I'm gonna drop in some pictures here, some black and white, some pictures I took. And thank you very much for joining me. Subscribe, like, and let's continue. Cheers.